what we have now, and I'm getting now into, that's the progress we have. So we go from basically no one really looking at before 96, really looking at children on conflict at all. They're dealing on the edges of it, they're dealing with the starving children, they're dealing with a little bit of the child soldiers, to a point where there's a huge amount of attention on compliance, on naming and shaming, on deciding what should be done, because in these reports that we write, if you look at them, it's not only about who's doing what to children, but also recommendations, which they may or may not take up, but usually they do take in some form. So there's then this constant process and this constant pressure, which is working in some situations. In DRC, even though, and I've been to DRC for 4 years, so I know it quite well, even though the news here in the States is still very, very negative, and it still should be very negative because they have an open conflict, they in fact have war in at least 2 provinces, perhaps 3. Most of the country is now in a development phase, if you're looking to the west and the south. But they have made an immense amount of progress on child soldiers and demobilization of child soldiers. They estimated 33,000 that were associated with armed groups before the end of the conflict. Now we're probably dealing with 2 or 3. So it's a massive reduction. It's still a crime that there are still children that are associated with particular forces and militias in North Kivu and South Kivu, but we are making progress. From what we had 5 or 6 years ago, it is a massive amount of progress.